Okay, so I wrote out, I call it tattoo script. Okay, actually, maybe I'll call it face tattoo script. So I want to make a movie, right, with what I've been doing with Jaren. So I need to write a script that I'm going to put over some content we shoot, right? And the idea is when I am tattooing, I'm going to record things and stuff. And we've already got other content already recorded, right, of like us discussing it and stuff. So, can I read you the 2 pages? Yeah, okay. Tattoos have a special magic to them. I literally rewired my brain when I got one that read, "Savor this moment." I would tell myself 5 things in the moment that I would savor whenever I saw it and realized I was feeling down. Each time in the day, I also told myself I couldn't reuse the same thing again. Some days it would get up to 50 things I savored. Really pulled me out of a slump when I was, since I had just literally gotten a divorce at the time. One day I caught myself listing things without even thinking about it. I had successfully changed my unconscious behavior. Since then, I've been very mindful of the symbolism behind anything I see on a regular basis, whether it's my fashion, my home screen, my relics, or my tattoos. I do it with mindfulness and intent. I've been working with local tattoo artist that is going to tattoo a fairy on a mushroom blowing bubbles with little tigers inside them on my left thigh. It looks amazing. I've been investing in their dream to become a successful and well sought after tattoo artist. This includes donating a printer to them, helping them get required certifications, loaning a laptop to them, and doing some filming and audio recordings. This project has a much deeper significance behind it. Amends. So often we get caught up in the narratives we tell ourselves about other people who have harmed us in the past, and we never get over it. It becomes lore in our life. But people aren't the same person they were 10 years ago, 1 year ago, 1 day ago. Sure, there are those who live in their own purgatory, but we don't technically need to. It might take massive action and a bit of resourcefulness, but we don't technically need to live in the narratives we believe. 10 years ago, Jaren, Eve, and I were engaged. When we broke up, it was not pretty. If there was a jar that represented our love with little marbles that were added each time we were contributing value to each other's lives, well, we had busted both of them. Mr. Eve is my tattoo artist. After a decade of non-communication, we found that we had an opportunity to start with a couple of new marble jars. The whole experience has been scary, to say the least. Could I let someone who hurt me so badly actually tattoo my body? Trust is something of a touchy subject. One thing I know for sure, though, is that when trust is broken, I have found the desire to numb with a coping mechanism becomes a strong lure. I spiraled pretty hard after that relationship. This pandemic made me take one big hard look at myself in the mirror. I needed to change the trajectory of my life badly. I stopped running away from my problems. I created some frameworks that I wanted to follow in my life in order to have fulfillment in life and to achieve my goals. I've been calling it the Quest for Synthecopia. It's my 10-step system for restarting your life from the ground up. This tattoo marks a huge achievement in my vision I have painted for myself. Jaren has already tattooed another piece on me. It's of a unicorn with rainbow hair and a galaxy body, riding a rainbow skateboard holding bellflowers. My friend's kid drew the original inspiration with a couple variations. There's a ton of hidden symbologies to my life from that tattoo. Like a whole scavenger hunt worth, for real. That was the most emotionally charged, powerful moment in my life, getting that. My mantra hook to it was, if I could forgive Jaren, I could forgive anyone, even myself. I have been looking at my past decisions with gentle curiosity. I used a lot of sex and alcohol as a coping mechanism. It doesn't help that alcohol inhibits the frontal lobe, the decision-making part of the brain. Kind of need that. I got sober after I realized that some of the worst moments of my life involved alcohol. I have never tried heroin because of the research I did on how horrible it destroys your mind and, well, the actual quality of life of users I've witnessed firsthand. Well, alcohol is now in that category in my mind, the nope category. I was one of Jaren's recovery steps, he told me shortly after he had gotten back in touch. One he never thought he would ever have the opportunity to achieve. I mean, 10 years ago, I would have never guessed this is where either of us would be. Part of my quest for Synthacopia is to have to have courage to make a difference. I'm hoping that our story can help make a difference in this man's life so that he can achieve his dream of tattooing people. If he could have this much impact in my life, what kind of impact could he have in others? We can all be woven together with stories. Our skin is just the page. Enter your email here for free behind-the-scenes content of Phase Tattoos. What do you think?
I like it.
It's a story. It's honest. And I'm promoting stuff.
That's a little bit of everything.
Yeah. More thoughts, comments, questions, concerns?
No, I like the flow of it. I'd say starting out from kind of what you're writing about to the reason you're doing it to why you're going back to this, going basically kind of returning to your past about it and giving it kind of a second chance in a sense.
Yeah.
And then, of course, promoting everything at the end.
Yeah, I feel silly about the promotional part, but I think that's what I need to start practicing, especially with this project, because it is an important project to me. Ah! Shit. And I don't know, this is just, I think, one of those things that I need to do, and I think I'm gonna, I think I'm going to use some other content, and get some A-roll and B-roll, and essentially read that script, record it again where I'm not like sniffling, or just pull the audio and have someone edit it, or I can do it, I guess. What's wrong? Oh, the coffee. But yeah, so I think if I present that to Jaren, that concept, he might be okay with it. I could even just read the script and have the scrolling words. I might not even need that. I mean, people like to have the little text at the bottom, but I think I learned enough from marketing from Graham that I could do this,
Like a teleprompter? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I mean, I could just use the audio recording thing while reading it off my computer. So, but if I do want to read it on screen, I can use a teleprompter for sure. Maybe. Yeah, that's an idea. I think I'm really excited about what I wrote. I think I'm missing the actual website. Give me your email, plug it in, and then it'll link to other stuff. I don't know. I think this is good practice. And I feel like it's actually with someone I feel safe practicing this kind of stuff with, this marketing. Because Jaren and I are, very understanding of everything and cautious but really hopeful, and, we're actually investing in this. I think there's a lot of potential here, and I think it's scary. But whatever.
Well, I mean, like I said, it's something new, so.
I don't feel like I hear a lot of these types of stories. I'm sure they exist, but I don't know. Not a lot of people make amends or try to improve their life. I talk about the quest for Synthacopia, but it's not really enough that people understand what it is. Also, typing that gave me an idea that one of the things in Russell Brunson's training was don't teach the nuts and bolts. Just do everything but the nuts and bolts. And I was like, okay, I'll try. And I think that typing is exactly that. And I might have figured out what I haven't connected in my brain for why it works or doesn't work. Which means I learned. Woo! So, see how it goes. I live a strange life. Because here I'm telling you this about him, right? But then I also saw Joffrey and was talking to him about, like, his interest and, like, you know, it's just the love and connection of this little family that's being built, if you will, you know, like, it's calm, it's understanding, it's not, nobody's fur is furled. Like an animal, like, feeling it's, what are you pointing at? Tweezers. Sorry.
Plus, I like that you're expanding out to other people too about this.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah. Which actually is its own fucking scary thing, okay? Like, sharing this story with anybody is terrifying to me.
Well, it was a huge turning point in your life, so.
Yeah.
Was it Inception?
Mm.
I feel like you're gonna do a good job. So.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. Stop it.